Hey you boomers! Welcome back to Booming Entertainment. Today, we're going to break down the hit show Queer Eye, as its 5th season just dropped on Netflix on June 5th. We are going to look at the 5 cast members and their personal lives, secret talents, and relationship statuses, so be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share our videos for more content in the world of entertainment. Let's get right into this video! Before we delve into the people of the show, you need to understand the show itself. The show centers around 5 gay men with different sets of skills as they go from city to help individuals with their personal lives and help give their lives a complete 180 to turn their lives around. This season of Queer Eye is about the Fab Five helping the good people of Atlanta, Georgia refine their wardrobes, grooming, diet, cultural pursuits, and home decors. It is currently, as of June 18th, the number 9 show in the United States on Netflix. Now let us meet the 5 gay men known as the Fab Five. Anthony Perez. Anthony is the sizzling food and wine connoisseur and known as the quiet one in the group full of loud guys. What makes him qualified to be a food and wine connoisseur is his New York Times best-selling cookbook, Anthony in the Kitchen. He is also a gifted actor, as he has appeared in such projects as The Blacklist and Blue Mountain State.
I threw that cheap-ass Rolex at Mom and told her to get me a Patek, or I was going to Spain for Christmas.
One of his college professors suggested he get into the world of acting after he heard that Anthony was failing most, if not all, of his classes at the time. His love life is riddled with secrecy, but Perez and his Queer Eye co-star Jonathan Van Ness trolled the internet by setting up a joint Instagram account, pretending to be a couple. Later, they confirmed that there was nothing serious to it. He is also fully trilingual and speaks fluent English, Polish, and French. Talk about a jack of all trades. Burke. Bobby is the interior designer, and if you put 2 and 2 together, you probably think, did he design the interior of the Fab Five loft? Yes he did. He undoubtedly works harder than the other guys, Kurama being a close second, but it is only because of his profession and all the tedious work that goes into interior design and DIY work. He left home at 15 and was sleeping in his car, bumming a night's sleep off of friends and coworkers. Then at the age of 18, with $100 to his name, he moved to New York, and after a few weeks of pestering and resubmitting applications, he finally found a steady job at the high-end home furnishing company Restoration Hardware. Even without a high school diploma or formal training, he worked his way all the way up to being the creative director of the store after 8 years. However, Bobby did reveal trying to be famous was not easy. In one interview, Bobby shared he once had the chance to do a designing job for a famous Real Housewives of New York City star.
And she's like, I want you to come in and design it all, and I'm gonna put you on the show. And I wasn't on TV yet. I still kind of liked the Housewives. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, but just so you know, I'm not doing it for free. Like, I don't need to do it for free. I don't necessarily know if like the Housewives is really the exposure I want anyways. So I'll do it for you at cost. And she's like, okay, that works.
In the end, it turns out he was threatened and bullied to do the designing for free by the star and her husband. The story ended up that they needed to call in lawyers and go to court.
Well, then her husband calls, and her husband's like, no, you just really need to do this for free, and tried to bully me into doing it for free. And finally I was like, you know what? I'm not only not doing it for free, I'm not doing it anymore.
It wasn't pretty. Burke seems to have had an interest in Asians when we look at his past boyfriends. Now, he's been with his husband, Dewey Doo, for 14 years.
There's my husband sitting at his little desk working.
So we just took a nice little hike up to the Wisdom Tree over by Lake Hollywood. You can see Lake Hollywood down in there. Such a beautiful day. This is kind of the end to our day.
But has been married to him for the last 6 years of the relationship. Jonathan Van Ness. Everyone's favorite grooming consultant, Jonathan Van Ness, is another member of the Fab Five with many hidden talents like figure skating and gymnastics.
Through the darkest nights, see the light shine bright.
But he is the only one to host his own podcast called Getting Curious, or do stand-up comedy. He's also not always been the loud, bright, confident, shining star he is today. In fact, he had a very difficult childhood, and it certainly did not help when his stepdad passed away in 2012. Jonathan was diagnosed with HIV at the age of 25, but he vividly details his struggles and how to cope with it for people who are in the same boat as him in his memoir titled Over the Top. He has stated that if you want to know the real JVS, then read his memoir. His last relationship was with a professional rugby player back in 2018, but they unfortunately broke up just before New Year's going into 2019. He is very single as of right now and is looking for someone just as, if not more, confident, funny, and charming than him. We wish Jonathan luck on his quest for love, but finding someone more energetic and confident than him is going to be like finding a needle in a haystack. Tan France. Tan is the fashion guru and designer of the group. Fun fact, he's the only one in the Fab Five who the producers apparently liked because of his presence on Twitter and Instagram. So if you think that a post is cringy or not funny, you know who will see it. In his memoir titled Naturally Tan, he described the racism and hate he endured growing up in the UK being Asian, British, Pakistani, and Muslim. Tan was raised in a strict, non-alcoholic household, growing up in England, and he thought he was alone in that fact, being a qua-ethnic gay guy in England who did not drink. That is, until he met his future hubby, Rob. He has been happily married to his husband, Rob France, for over 10 years. In his memoir, he discusses finding Rob on an early dating site. We're going to guess that it wasn't gay-religious-British-men-meet.com. And after finding out that Rob was also raised in a strict non-alcoholic household, that was when he knew Rob was the man of his dreams. We are so happy for Tan and Rob and wish them a lifetime of health, happiness, and never-ending love. Well, who cannot be if your partner is willing to give you 80% of the closet, right?
I will show you what my closet looks like, so come along. Okay, so the final space that's actually finished is the closet. So the closet is the only space of the house that I didn't design myself completely. I worked with this design company to create a closet that felt very much me. I didn't want it to be too feminine. I didn't want it to be too masculine. I wanted it to feel like a really good balance. And so this is what we achieved. This floor runs the whole length of the house. This section here is my husband's. He doesn't have a lot of clothes. So this is his section.
Kurama Brown. Kurama is the culture expert and always has a way to find common ground, which is a great quality in a black gay culture expert. When he was 22 in 2004, he was on the MTV show The Real World Philadelphia.
I wasn't hiding my sexuality. I've been very clear. I've been open and out since I was 15.
I say, oh, so you date interracially?
Oh my gosh. That hairline was everything though.
He states that at that age, he was not ready for all that fame and attention that the show garnered him, and that he spiraled into addiction and relationship problems. Just 2 years after that show aired, in 2006, he found out he was a father by receiving late child support payment notices. Talk about a rude awakening. His 2 sons were one of the driving forces for him to appear on the hit show Dancing with the Stars.
I'm like shot and they get better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest, but you lied.
In 2019, after kicking addiction and getting in shape, he has been dating the assistant director of Queer Eye, Ian Jordan, for 8 years, until at one of Ian's recent birthday parties, Kurama popped the question after getting a little help and advice from the Fab Five. Ian said yes, and the rest is history. Well, Boomers, that's all for today's video. Who is your favorite member of the Fab Five, and why? Leave your feedback in the comment section below. And remember to like and subscribe to Booming Entertainment for more videos like this one. And comment what videos you would like to see next.